Get on up in here. Get on up in here. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Live and direct, Savage Sports Fan. I'm King Savage. Please like, share, subscribe. We're a new channel trying to get up and going. Chicago, listen. Chicago Bears won against the Raiders. Brian Hoyer was the quarterback for the Raiders. Brian Hoyer used to be the Bears quarterback like 45 years ago. So am I happy the Chicago Bears won? Yes. Is Tyson Bagent Brock Purdy? No. No. He played against a team that pretty much could not punch back. Now, the Raiders' defense is a different conversation. They gave up 30 points. We must agree. So, the Raiders are the Raiders, but the Raiders could not respond. Jimmy G did not play. Jimmy G's from Chicago. I ran into Jimmy G at a Whole Foods, and I said, "You need you in that Chicago uniform." And he just laughed. He didn't say nothing. He just kept it moving. But here we go. By the way, I will be living in Jimmy G's neighborhood in another 4 months, but that's another story. Anyway, if he's still in Las Vegas, because the way the Raiders are looking, they might blow this thing up next year. And Jimmy G may not be on the West Coast. He might be Chicago's backup quarterback. I'm just saying. But nevertheless, Poles has to be happy. His job probably was saved today. Tyson Bagent is on the West Coast at the Chargers game. I will be at the Chargers game with the Bears next Sunday in L.A. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, let's pump the brakes here. This is not a quarterback controversy. This is not controversial at all. Are we happy that the backup did his thing? Yes. Now, if he goes to L.A. next week, a week from today, that game is at 5:30 next week, ladies and gentlemen. That is a 5:30 game next Sunday, which will be Chicago 6:37, something like that. But anyway, that is a Sunday night. I think it'll come over as a Sunday night game next week. He is on front and center. All lights are on him. The Chicago Bears will be with the Chargers. Now, if he lights up the Chargers like he did the Raiders, is it a controversy? It's a conversation. It's a conversation. It's not a controversy. If the Bears beat the Chargers in LA next week, a week from today, is there quarterback controversy? No, I think it's a quarterback conversation. I think it'll be a conversation of, do we let Justin sit out an extra 2 weeks? Do we see, what this quarterback can do? Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Now, if he stinks up the place and throws 4 interceptions, hey, listen, he's a rookie. He's a backup. He has to learn. He's playing with house money. So the Bears are happy. I'm happy. But all of this, he's the next Brock Purdy. Oh, my God. Justin Fields could never get the ball out of his hand like that. Oh, my God. What would the score have been if Justin would have played today against this Raiders team, not being able to punch back? We put up 30 points. I mean, what would the final score be if Justin would have played today? I don't know. I think Justin would have got us at least 2 more touchdowns. He would have used his legs, arm. I think the Bears would have put up probably the most points. They would have put up about 45 points today, respectfully. 44 points. If you'd add, I think Justin could have got us at least another 14 to 17 points. The Bears could have put up about 47 points on this team. I'm just saying. So, no, he's not Brock as of yet. Now, let's talk about Jim Harbaugh. Now, ladies and gentlemen, come on, man. Listen, let's be real. If you did not know, it's rumored that Jim Harbaugh is closely monitoring what the Chicago Bears are going to do at the head coaching position, because I think they're looking at how the Bears are going to turn. He's looking at what does the team do and how does the Chicago Bears get this staff up out of here. I think a lot of coaches around the league and a lot of coaches are watching how does management handle and kicking these guys out of the office, kicking them off the field, kicking them off the bus, kicking them off the plane. I think that is what they're kind of monitoring. How is this thing going to implode? How the team going to respond? Are they going to rally for this coach? Are they going to give up? What kind of team are they going to inherit? What is the front office going to do to kind of like terminate them? So this is the question. It's no question these guys are getting fired. But I think Jim Harbaugh and a lot of other coaches are kind of watching, how is this plane going to land? So now my thing is this. Is Jim Harbaugh really a bad thing? People are yelling, oh, he hasn't been in the NFL long. Oh, he hasn't won a big game in Michigan. Blah, blah, blah. He was a pretty damn good coach at San Francisco. He was the one that elevated Kaepernick over, I forgot the guy, the old Kansas City quarterback. I forgot his name, but great guy. Kaepernick took his job. Nevertheless, I think Harbaugh will be a good fit in Chicago. I think Chicago will be patient. If you did not know, Jim Harbaugh was a backup quarterback in Chicago. Then he became the starter. Then Mike Dicker used to yell at him all the time. I was in a game. We went to a Minnesota game, Chicago, Minnesota. Chicago was up pretty much in the third quarter. We got to Minnesota. We kept our jackets on. And when we got to the fourth quarter and the Bears was leading, we finally took our jackets off and they saw our Bears jersey and they booed us. And guess what happened in that fourth quarter? Jim Harbaugh threw 2 interceptions. We lost the game and we were getting laughed at. That's how I remember Jim Harbaugh. I remember that Minnesota game. I was there in Minnesota. That's they hit the Roller Dome and all that other stuff. But nevertheless, he was the quarterback of the Bears. Nevertheless, he's been a very solid head coach. Nevertheless, he's really good at defense. I don't know how good he's going to be recruiting other coaches to, coach with him. But him being in Chicago, if he can duplicate or come close to duplicating what he did in San Francisco when he took them to the Super Bowl, I'm not mad at the Jim Harbaugh situation. I think Jim Harbaugh will be a solid pick in Chicago. Take a look at our last three coaches. John Fox, the guy over in Kansas City right now, this guy right here. Come on. I'll take Jim Harbaugh. Even we might have to look at this as a stair step, whereas we need 2 coaches. Jim Harbaugh gets us a certain level, another person comes in and take it to a level of that. But right now, a step in the right direction, Jim Harbaugh, I'm not mad at that. So that's my take. Nevertheless, today's a good day. The Bears won. Our defense was our defense. They did a solid job. We coming up to the trade deadline. It's going to be a lot of questions, a lot of trades, a lot of fire sales. The Chicago Bears actually could get better. Chicago Bears could probably just, I don't know. I don't want to say tank this thing and make sure we get the spot. We saw what happened to USC yesterday. They lost last night. Utah, shout out to Utah. I said Utah was going to be a sleeper. They end up beating USC. Caleb Williams is not going to win the Heisman Trophy. They're not going to a bowl game. Does USC sit their star quarterback who's probably going to play for the Bears next year? This is starting to be very, very interesting. Do you sit Justin? Does USC sit their quarterback? Do the Bears go with their go with this backup right here? So I don't know. Drop a comment. Let me know. Is this a controversy? Is this just a great win? Is this just a Bears beat a bum team, bummier than them? We have 2 wins. They have 3 wins. I don't know. You let us know. Savage Sports Fan, please like, share, subscribe. All the new subscribers, thank you for the love. Drop a comment, share a video. I don't know. I think it's not really a controversy. It's just a great win. I'm out.